Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Rep Talk 101 here with Andy. It's been a while since I've done a video with Andy, but I figured I'd do one. So I'm seeing a lot of people doing videos about a certain person, which I personally, I'm not going to get involved. It's none of my business. I will agree in certain things, and I will disagree in others. But, oh well. But, yes, this is Andy. As you can see, he's like, it's not really grown in lengthwise, but, I'm looking back at, like, videos of when I got him, and I'm like, he's definitely grown. He hasn't grown fast. He hasn't grown very big since I've had him, but he has grown, so you can compare him to my thumb. Still, puppy dog tame, as always. Honestly, I don't see the snake biting me anymore. I think that was only a phase, really. Still looking good. Still looking really green, which is crazy because everyone that knows green anacondas will agree with me when they say green anacondas honestly look more brown. But you can see his iridescent tint. You know, you get an idea, like, skin complexion's really nice. Eyes aren't clouded over or nothing. It's got nice clear eyes, nice clear colors. No scale rot, no belly rot, no jaw rot, nothing. He's not big, but he's healthy. And that's, to me, is all that really matters. But the reason I'm doing this video of green anacondas is because it's been a long time since I've done a video just on him, and it's been a long time since I've done care videos on him, and these snakes are starting to get more popular, and people, I'm not saying that they're not experienced enough, but, well, okay, I guess I am. I hate to say that, but it's true. These snakes aren't for beginners, and honestly, it's not their attitude. Like, green anacondas really aren't that bad, in my opinion, when it comes to attitude. I prefer them over retakes, just personal preference. So all those reticulated python fans out there, they're cool snakes, but just not for me. Their feeding responses are just way too high. Green anacondas have a very, very slow feeding response. I've been hand feeding Andy for a really long time. Since basically when I got him. And you know what? Like, I've had Andy since March 2012, and just recently watched someone's video. I can't think of their name right as of right now, but was telling me about the swelling that they do underneath their jaw. And I noticed that when I first got Andy, and it's because I handled him a lot. I didn't know that, so you learn something new every day. Snakes, there's so much to know about them. It's insane. But you can see no irritation here, no swelling, no puffiness, no mucus. Just a lazy snake. And that's why I really enjoy anacondas, is they get massive. They are not the longest bodied snake. People always say anacondas are the largest snake in the world. And I've seen people say this in videos, and I get so excited when people say this. Green anacondas are the heaviest bodied snake in the world, not the longest. The longest would go to the reticulated python. But I've dealt with some retakes, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't dealt with big retakes, but I've dealt with some hatchlings and juveniles, and from my experience, I just personally don't want one in my collection. It's a very, very defensive snake. They can make awesome pets if you have the right amount of experience. That's all I'm saying. It's like, for the people that want to get green anacondas and the people that want to get Nile monitors, once you start getting into those types of animals, like, all I ask of people is, like, please do your research, because these animals, they're no joke. They are very, serious animals. Like, you have to be really careful when dealing with them, because they do get big, they're very strong, and if you fuck up, they can really do damage to you. Since I've had Andy, like I said, March 2012, I can actually tell you the exact date, March 9th, 2012. I've personally been bit twice, and he bit my ex once, so from what I know, he's only bitten 3 people his entire life. And that is really good for a green anaconda. Well, that's really good for any snake, honestly. Like, he's not very big, but he is healthy. He's very picky, though. Very, very picky. He'll only eat rabbits still. Probably won't ever change, but you guys get an idea how big he is compared to my hands. Keep in mind, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 195, 200 pounds. I don't have very big hands compared to, like, certain people, but, compared to my arm, he's not small, but he's not big. And I don't expect him to grow rapidly. Like, I don't power feed my animals. You can see there's no bone showing. He's not fat, but he's not skinny. He's lean. And that's how all my snakes are. All my snakes are lean. I want a lean snake. I don't want an overweight snake, because overfeeding them, snakes, just like people, can get obese. They can get overweight, and just like people, it cuts their lifespan in half. So keep that in mind when you get these snakes. Like, power feeding, as much as you want your snake to grow fast and be huge, it's not good for them. So keep that in mind. If you're going to get an anaconda, be patient, because Andy will be 2 years old March 9th, 2014, and he's just under 6 feet long. So, if you want to get if you want to get a green anaconda that's going to get big quick, I mean, honestly, female is the way to do it. I have a few friends that have gotten male and female pair, same age, same size, same everything. Probably not the same, like, clutch, but I don't know if you call live birth a clutch, but I'll just call it a clutch. And within 6 months of each other, the male barely grew, and the female just grew a ridiculous amount. As you can see, like, he just sits with me. He's not stressed. He's happy. He's content where he's at. Not having a problem with me. Just kind of doing his own thing. And, I got my heater going on. I keep my room constantly like 65, 70 degrees. That way the heat lights can do what they need to do. Because my side of the house is pretty cold, so I try to keep my room pretty warm. It's a mess in here, though. I've been really sick lately, so that's my heater. I just put it on low. That way it's not blowing off too much heat, but it is blowing off heat. But I mean, he's still in his tub, and the reason I use tubs is because they hold heat and they hold humidity. Look at that, that's a humid cage. And he enjoys it. I haven't had a bad shed from him, and I can't even remember, honestly. I can't remember the last time I had a bad shed from him. I hold Andy with confidence. I don't worry about him biting me. I don't worry about him, doing anything. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I rarely hold my snakes. Rarely ever hold them. The only times that I pick them up and interact with them is like filling water, cleaning the cage, showing them off to friends, or doing YouTube videos. Other than this, as soon as this video's up, he'll be back in his cage. Whether he goes in his water or under his hide, that's up to him. It's a stress-free environment for him. They enjoy it. See, like I said before, no bubble, no mucus, Just, his face is glossy just from his scales, but other than that, his eyes are clear. I'm probably blinding him a little bit, so poor snake. Good colors. Like a decent amount of girth. I mean, he ate, I want to say a week ago, and this is his normal size on I'd say maybe a slightly empty stomach. Probably feed him today or tomorrow. Snake. These guys are really cool. Like I said before earlier, their feeding response is slow. So, with a retic, you're looking at feeding it a couple times. You can feed it a couple times a week if you really wanted to. Anacondas, power feeding them, in my opinion, it is especially bad for them because of how low their feeding response is. They're not known to eat a lot. They're just known to eat massive meals. And that's what I do is I just, I feed him. I'll give him a couple rabbits. I try to feed him 2 or 3 rabbits a time. And they're fuzzy rabbits, so they're not huge, but they're not small. But there he is. You get an idea how girthy he is of his midsection. Bigger than, way bigger than my thumb. Just overall, just an awesome snake. I love this snake. Come on, Andy. But for the people that want to get anacondas, make sure that's what you really want, because it's not fair to the snake if you get it and you can't provide for it. It's and this cage may look small, and real people that know a good amount about anacondas will tell you that they don't like big environments. They get stressed out easy. Will agree with me when it comes to tubs. In captivity, you're looking at for males. Honestly, I could be off. I could be off. I'd say a minimum of 12 feet, a maximum of 18 feet for males. Females, a minimum of 16 feet, a max of, let's say, 22 feet, because in the wild, there's been times where they have seen 22 feet anacondas. So, I don't know 100% about anacondas, but you know what? He's alive. I've had him for a year. He's still alive. He's still going, and I don't want to say this sounding cocky or offstandish in what way, I can't even talk in any way, shape, or form. But if you can manage to keep a snake alive for over 12 months, for almost 2 damn years, then you're doing it. Then you're doing a decent job at least. Don't have to be doing the best job. I try to do my best to make sure my snakes are happy and healthy, 100%. But I will honestly tell you that in one way or another, you will make mistakes with your snakes, or your lizards, or your arachnids. You'll make mistakes. It's called trial and error. You're gonna mess up, and that's how you learn. The video I watched was saying, his snake wasn't eating, his anaconda wasn't eating, and it's because you're handling it too much. And you know what? I know that firsthand, because when I first got my anaconda, I was so excited, super overwhelmed, and that's all I ever wanted to do was hold him all the time. And you know what? People told me the same thing. You're holding him too much. And you know what I did? I stopped holding him so much, and eventually he started eating. And now that he's older and he's used to being handled, I can handle him every day if I really wanted to. Every day. And get away with it, and he'll still eat. And it's because, reptiles, they're not like dogs. You can't just go in and get them. They have to get used to you. I've built an unbreakable bond with Andy here. Like I said, I've been hand feeding him so long, and that's how you that's how you know, I guess you want to call it domesticate. I'm gonna say domesticate a snake is you work with them. Same with lizards and stuff. People think handling your Nile monitor is gonna make it nice. No, it's not. It's just gonna stress them out, and a stressed out animal is a pissed off animal. So, you know, keep that in mind for all those people that want to get into these animals. You know, really know what you need to do to keep them alive. And if you're wanting an animal to handle all the damn time, maybe an anaconda is not for you. Maybe a Nile monitor is not for you. I will honestly tell you right now, for those who are wanting to get a Nile monitor, they're awesome for display only. And there's going to be people out there that have Nile monitors that beg to differ. But you look them up, you do your research, you're going to learn that Nile monitors are just overall aggressive, really irritable animals, and don't put up with anybody's shit. And I'll tell you this right now, like, I've been working with Kratos for quite some time now, and it's hard. They're not easy to tame. They are not easy to work with. Very difficult animals. So just, you know, keep that in mind. You know, it just sucks not being able to help hold your animals. Trust me, I know, especially when you first get something like my pink salmon Goliath in there. All I wanted to do was hold her. And, you know, like I said, trial and error. I learned that holding them all the damn time is not the best thing to do. You know, it sucks. Get a corn snake, get a ball python. You can hold the shit out of them. They don't care. You know, get a red-tailed boa. They don't give a shit. You hold them all damn day. They don't care. These guys will eat for you no matter what. These are by far my favorite beginner snakes. And I will honestly say that red-tailed boas are beginner snakes. Awesome snakes. I've had Aries shit for damn near 3 years. Well, yeah, close to 3 years, I think. I've lost track. And I've never once been bit by her. Scarface, I've had her for quite some time, too. Doesn't squeeze. Doesn't do anything. She's healthy. You guys look back at my old videos, and she's doing a lot better. Got some poop in there, got it clean, so maybe I'll do a video with them. You know, like, certain animals just don't make pets, right? Or make good pets. Like this green amoeba, for example. Asshole lizard. Asshole. Total asshole. Actually, I'm going to be rehoming her here soon. Not because she's mean, it's just, I already got one mean lizard. I don't want another one. That's one reason. And two, I'm trying to cut back to my original, my boas, my anaconda, you know, my spider and my Nile monitor, which doesn't seem like cutting back much, but you look at this thing, a couple crickets a week, solid. You know, a couple rabbits a week, I get them for 50 cents a piece. A large rat every 2 to 3 weeks, solid, awesome. Kratos, hard-boiled eggs, you can do chicken, turkey gizzards, Dubai roaches, which, in fact, is going pretty well. It's been slow, but it's starting to work out for me, so I'm excited for this. Well, that sucks. The Dubai roaches are working out really well. I'm starting to see a lot more babies in there, and a lot of smaller babies too. So it means they're breeding pretty good. Doesn't seem like much, but these guys are slowly but surely doing good. But you know, I'm trying to cut back just simple stuff, and you know, which is simple for me may not be simple for you. And I'm not saying that to criticize anybody. Trust me. I'm no better than anyone on YouTube. Like, I'm not financially stable. I'm, you know, recently put into DUI court, which, you know, if you're familiar with drug court, it's the same thing. You know, I've got so many financial irritations going on, and, you know, I got so much going on, but I always put my animals first, you know. And this video was just you know, they're, just to educate people, they're already trying to ban the hell out of these snakes. And I don't want to see them. I don't want to see kids. I don't even want to see adults. I don't care what age you are, where you're from, what color you are. You know, do your research. I mean, and by research, I mean, like I said, I don't know 100%, but I know quite a bit about them. And, you know, I've had them for almost 2 years, and I'm learning new things all the time about these guys. You know, like, make sure you can afford to feed 100+ pound snake in the future. Make sure you can afford to house a 16-foot snake in the future. Make sure you can, you know, handle some irritations at times at 16+ feet, at 100+ pounds. Make sure you can take on a snake, you know, that can easily fucking end you, you know, easily end anybody. I'm not saying they will, but it's a possibility. Any animal can bite. Any animal can defend itself. If you're not taking care of it, it will fuck you up. Just saying. Or it will die. Anyways, guys, it's a long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned from it. You know, thanks for watching.